episode. Oh, all right. We're back for episode 9 of Mayor of Kingstown called Teeth and Tissue, guys.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
Teeth and Tissue.
Season 4 or 5. What did I, 6?
I
Season
don't know.
4.
Season
Yeah. That's,
4. All
oh,
right.
oh,
So
there's
let me
six
start the
seasons.
podcast in a second. We just started the YouTube, hi YouTubers, but we'll now start the
We
podcast.
can't
Here
do
we go.
YouTube. We can't do YouTube.
Oh, I know, but Ando's recording it
Oh,
and he'll put
I
it up
record it
later.
and put up the
Yeah.
video
You
scared me. You
later.
scared me. We're gonna
But
get
thank you
banned.
for reminding me, Solo, because my dumbass always goes to the live stream thing before we
Well,
start.
it's not a
So
dumbass. It's
it's okay.
sense memory.
Yeah, sense memory. Just like when I hold you in my arms. Memories. Here we go, baby. Welcome back to Pick Up the Phone. Mike, a Mayor of Kingstown podcast brought to you by the DVR Podcast Network. Today we're here to talk about Season 4, Episode 9, Teeth and Tissue. Wow, what an episode. You can check us out at dvrpodcast.com. And listen, if you've been enjoying us this whole season, and maybe you've been listening to us since the beginning, we would really appreciate it if you became a patron. Go over to patreon.com/DVR. You can not only get exclusive podcasts, me and Andy just did a special birthday podcast for Andy. We talked about life. We also talked about the show Adolescence on Netflix. But you also get all of our bigger shows like Mayor of Kingstown without any ads. So you get it ad free, you get to join the club, and we really appreciate all of the people who have come over here and joined us from Loving the Mayor of Kingstown podcast. So we want to continue doing it. And we appreciate it. And if you do join the Patreon and it's because of you listening to Mayor of Kingstown, let us know. And we generally don't do pods on the off season for Kingstown, but I kind of am itching to do that since this season was so good. So if you do join, send us an email at dvrpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know your thoughts on this season. Maybe we get some more feedback for the last episode, and maybe we'll do like another episode looking at the whole season. But we need that feedback from you. So join us on Patreon and go over and send us an email at dvrpodcast@gmail.com. And thank you for listening and writing reviews on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that shit. But once again, we're here to talk about Season 4, Episode 9. My name's Axel. Heath Solo, how are you doing this week, pal?
I'm excited to talk about episode 9, directed by Christoph Shrew and written by our man Hugh Dillon.
Yeah, nice. Ando, how are you, pal?
I just finished my 4 hamburgers for lunch and I'm ready to podcast.
I was like, is
What
he meeting
happened?
someone?
I rewound it because I'm like, was that 4 burgers for one guy? I'm like, yep, it's one guy. I'm like, wow.
And 2 sets of fries?
Yeah, that's a
Hell
lot of
yeah.
food.
He just got out of prison, man. He's hungry.
Yeah, come
Little
on.
Wyndham Earl.
Guy's got a fast metabolism. You know those
Yeah.
skinny motherfuckers.
He's got a lot of killing to
Um,
do. That
yeah,
takes energy.
he does. Well, guys, it is good to be back in the driver's seat. Solo, you did a great job last episode
Eh,
taking us through it. You
I
did. I
give I give
liked it.
myself a B.
I give you an A plus.
No, no. I give
I
myself a
loved
B.
it. I loved it. I thought it was great. But yeah, we're back. This episode, obviously, after what Merle did to Tracy, that was such a shock. We're coming back into this episode kind of feeling, obviously, the pain of that, the reverberations of that, but also the reverberations of LJ getting taken out. So much other shit going on in
Robert getting
Kingstown.
taken out.
Robert getting taken
It's
out.
official.
Yep,
Yep.
it is official. Ando was right. Ando was right about a bunch of things. He was right about that. Right about the scratches on Merle's face.
Well,
You
yeah,
were
you could
correct
they,
about
they just
that.
showed it a little clearer this week, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was blood, but you guys were both like, no, it's scratch. And I think
No,
that's
it's
purposeful,
scratches. It
right?
was in the
Yeah.
dark. It was in the dark,
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
fair.
I like that though, because it's like, it's like it's like violence against women. Like he did, you know what I'm saying? It's like he's marked by that, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
that's his fucking scarlet letter,
Mm-hmm.
kind of
Mm.
reversal of that. I like that. I like that. I think this season has had a lot. They've been able to. I've loved the action, and this episode was awesome. I just feel like this season they have really been able to bring both the action and the thoughtfulness and the deepness that they had more in like the first season back into the show. And it's just fun. It's weird to say that in the fourth season, a show finally really finds its groove and totally figures out what it is. But I think we can say for Mayor of Kingstown that this is the season. And maybe it was getting rid of Milo and Iris and that whole storyline. But this season is fucking incredible.
It's just so much more. We've said it almost every week. It's so much more focused. There's not any, not like it wasn't focused before, but some things kind of meandered a little bit, and that stuff is all gone. It's been streamlined in such a great way. This, we'll
Yep.
talk about it when we get to it, but this episode features, I think, my favorite scene of the season and maybe of the entire series later on in this episode.
Whoa.
So I can't wait to get there.
Nice.
Whoa. Whoa. Ando, bringing it down. Solo, any thoughts, season overall so far before we enter into this episode and the final episode?
Yeah, no, I think this is the best season so far. Again, I talk about I do love the prison stuff at the end of season one, but this has everything. It would be interesting to go back and rewatch season one to kind of compare. But
Yeah.
you're right. I mean, we know the storylines that were holding this show back. Um, and then remember Jeremy before season three, he was in his accident.
Right.
So
Hmm.
that was probably too like they do in the season, but it's a little,
They just continued. You're right. Not shake everything up. We just got to keep
right.
moving forward on what we have so then we can get. I
And
like that
now, so
idea,
I think
Solo.
this
Yeah.
gave them time to,
Yep.
as he got healthier
Reevaluate.
and everything, boom.
Yeah.
Um, and now we're
Yes.
getting that season. So
I think the other
Yes.
thing that I want to think about too is I think Lenny James is as opposed to like Milo was almost like a Bond villain. Lenny James's villain is so much more realistic feeling. I think that is
Oh,
a huge asset to the
it's a
show.
great point.
you are so right about that. And also because I can't do Sanja, it makes him
That's what I mean.
more,
He's more
it's
cartoony.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
was
let's
very,
face
it
it.
was, yeah, you're right.
He's
It's not a cart.
Carcetti,
Yeah.
but it was a little too much. It
I agree.
it even though there's crazy shit that happens in this town, there's a realism to it
Hmm.
because you really do feel like you're in a prison
That's
city.
a great point. Yeah.
With Milo, it kind of got a little too, I'm gonna
Kaiser
say
Soze.
Hollywood, but a
Yeah,
little
that's why I said
not
kind of
right for the show.
Bondish type of thing. And I still
Yeah,
liked it. I still liked his
yeah,
performance. I just think Lenny James is so much better. I mean, he has elevated the villain. This is the best villain we've had, I think. I don't think it's even a
yeah. Lenny
question.
James and the cartel have scared me more than any
Yeah.
AB or anything else,
Hmm.
as far
Yes.
as leaving me uneasy
Hmm.
Yeah.
and scared for our peeps.
All right, before we dive in, I do want to give a shout out. I don't have it in front of me right now. Someone wrote us an email, or it was a very long Spotify response, and what they said is they really liked our discussion about when Stevie beat the shit out of the Nazi dude,
Oh,
and
yes.
and one of the things that they mentioned too is that one of the things that Stevie was referencing is not just Kareem, that was where he was killed, but we do remember that they raped him. Remember? So that's what happened
Oh, I
before.
forgot. I
So
blocked
that
that.
right,
Uh-huh.
so
I
that
forgot
is
about that
what
too.
exactly. So that they wanted us to remember that
Yep.
and the significance of that and the significance of that to Stevie in that situation. And I just wanted to bring that up before we dive in because I thought it was well worth noting
Hmm.
because we did not mention that, and that when I read that I was like, oh shit, of course. It's just so much bad shit happens to everyone on this show
I
that it's
know.
hard to remember.
Uh-huh.
All right, we open up, beautiful shot. The birds are flying. I feel like I'm in a fucking John Woo movie, flying over Kingstown. We come down. What do we see? Oh yeah, they're Robert's body. He's dead. They're taking it out. Mike is there. Him and Ian are having a little chat. they do their thing where you're still not sure if Mike really knew he meant to tell him to kill him, and he's gonna, but they are
Yeah.
talking about that at the same time. And then he's also like, fucking Ian, hunt down Merle, please. We got to find this guy. That's really our problem now. Evelyn arrives. She walks up to Mike. She's pretty fucking shocked
Yeah.
because she had a lot riding on taking Robert, you know what I'm saying? And how she could use this with Ian and
And
everything. And
I
now
don't
her
think
whole
she
plan's fucked
suspects
up.
any foul play either because she said he took the coward's way out.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
I was waiting for her to be like, "Oh, what'd you do now, Mike? You had
yep,
him
Exactly. Me
killed?"
that's
too.
what I
Me
thought. I
too.
thought it was coming
Yeah.
too.
Yep. No. So that's good though, because, and you know what? Maybe it's also she wants this to kind of be over in some way, and it's just another fucking thing that happens in this town. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but there's good news for her because if she does what Mike wants her to do and she can get Kyle out of prison like fucking today, he's going to deliver Frank Moses. It's still on, it's still happening. So she says, I'm going to follow through with it. I'm going to see what I can do. I'll talk to the judge, blah, blah, blah. We're going to get it out. We're gonna figure this out. Let's see. Blah blah. I think that's all that happened in that scene, right? They talked about that. Was there anything
Yep.
else?
Yeah, it
Okay.
was just the if you get him out in 24 hours, I'll give you Moses kind of a thing.
Yes. Yeah. Which does show, Mike still. I think Mike feels like he owes her something. You know.
Well,
Yeah.
he says it. He says, "You
Yeah.
owe me, and I owe you," or
Hmm.
something. Then he say,
And
Yeah,
it's
it was something
also
similar to that. Yeah.
because there was a bit of a part there where Mike kind of turns his head from her. He's like, "Well, yeah," and I think he's kind of thinking, if you hadn't have put my brother in jail, he would have never met Merle. Merle would have never left that jail and killed Tracy. And I think that is still there, you know. Now, can Mike really get mad at that when he is kind of the cause of everything else that
Well,
happened?
and I mean
No, but
he knows that Kyle was in there because of Robert. So I mean
true.
he may blame
There,
Robert for that,
yes.
not so much Evelyn.
and that's
I
Mike's
don't. There's a
doing a
lot of
good
blame to go
job.
around.
That look and that reaction, that simple look and reaction tells that whole story. I'm holding back. I may not agree with you. I may disagree,
Right.
but you
Yep.
know what?
Yep.
I'm just going to bite my lip.
Yeah. Jeremy Renner does a good look away, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Where he's just like,
Yes.
yeah, whatever.
That's
And
why
he
he's
just
Oscar
doesn't look at the
nominated.
person,
Yep.
It's really it's a good he's so fucking good. I just saw him in the Knives Out threequel, Wake
Yep.
Up Dead Man, which it was fun. It wasn't my favorite of them, but the acting in was great. All the actors and actresses were fan and he was so different in that.
Heath and I
So
just
different.
discussed him on an unreleased episode of the film list in the town, and I forgot how
Yeah.
amazing he is in the town as well.
He's
Another
such
great
a yeah,
performance.
I know. We see him in this. He's such a good actor. All
Oh,
right,
nice film
so
list plug.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
listen to the film list. People go over to Daily DVR, subscribe to the film list if you like Heath and Andy talking about awesome old movies and new movies too.
Yeah,
Check
some
them
new
out.
make yeah.
Hmm.
Look it up, the film list. So speaking of the film list, Mike decides he's going to go meet up with Frank. Has nothing to do with it, but I tried.
No, that kept it going.
They're both pissed, right? Frank is pissed off about LJ. Mike's pissed off about Tracy, and they're just kind of shooting the shit. I don't know much of this. This isn't where he tells him about Lamar later. My notes are wrong,
Yeah.
but this one, this scene really gave me the feeling more is when he says to him, "We're gonna figure this all out, Mike, and then we're gonna be partners." And it gets me to feel that we had kind of talked about that maybe really what Frank wanted to do was get Bunny out of the way so he could get Mike. And I kind of think that's true.
Yeah, I think it is for sure because him and Bunny basically do the same thing. Moses just does a bigger version of what Bunny was already doing. Uh,
Yeah.
Mike does something completely different that he needs that he doesn't have. He doesn't have the prison access and all that other stuff. So
Yep.
I think he just wanted to get Bunny out of the way. I think that was
Yeah.
his goal the whole time. At least looking at it now.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, whether it was
Um,
the whole time or not, that
Well,
shifted
yeah.
pretty quick. I mean, I don't know beforehand if he did, but I know what you're saying. it's got to be early on. I think after he met Mike, he heard of Mike's reputation. Once after you met Mike, I think that's when it really was like,
Yeah.
okay, I mean, he already had it in his head to do that.
Yeah, because
But I think,
there was some early times where the three of them were talking, and you could kind of tell Frank is thinking, okay, Mike's the real brains here.
yeah,
It's not
yeah,
Bunny. I need to be with
Yes.
Mike, not Bunny.
Yeah.
yeah,
Makes
yeah.
sense. All right.
He did
So they
say,
have,
Moses did say that
oh,
LJ had been by his side for 50 years. So they'd been,
yes.
and
Yeah.
he uses the word brother a few times, so I'm not sure if that means they were brothers or what. Same thing, very vague. I don't
I
really
know
know.
Okay.
Ando wants to ship them
Yes.
together, but let's just,
Andy, I Googled this and
Yeah.
looked on Reddit and everything. You are literally the only
The only
person who
one.
thinks that they are lovers, but that's okay. I love
Hilarious.
that you think this
Well, I
because you
just
know
said it was a
what?
possibility. I mean,
Hey,
well, you know what, Andy? Damn, I wish I was your lover,
let
you
me tell
know?
you something,
yeah,
Ando.
thank you,
As we
Sophie.
look out onto the world, that is a reality a lot more than people would like to admit or
Well,
are
and it's just
open
like
to.
they never go
Yes.
to a strip club. You never hear them talking about wives or kids or anything. It's like
Well,
I thought
that
it
was
was
the
a
thing. I think that was the thing where I was kind of giving you so because they never talked about, but this business doesn't have time for that, I
yeah,
Yeah, that's
guess.
true. You
that's
never
also
know.
true.
Either way, it's not really in the text of the show at
Yeah,
this point.
no.
Um, Frank is obviously super, like, yeah, but he is super pissed about LJ. And one of the things that does happen is Mike is priming the pump because he's like, I wouldn't stop you from being violent. He's trying to get him hyped.
Yep.
Then
Yeah,
he
I'm not
start
going
the
to talk you
plan.
out of this.
Yes, the plan continues. Mike calls Lamar. He says, I figured it all out. Go back to work. Everything's going to be fine. You can trust me because I always do what I say I'm going to do. I'm not going to use you as bait. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Hobbs.
God. Yeah, especially the second time I watched this episode, I just laughed at that. I'm like, wow, he is just so. I wonder if he
This
believes his own bullshit too. That's the thing I can't really
that's
tell.
well, that's the thing is Jeremy Renner plays it totally straight,
Yeah.
right? Like he's lying to his fucking face, but he's got to do it. So he's going with his plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was kind of funny though. Hobbs arrives at the prison. She's like, "Hello, everybody." All the guards are standing there.
Yeah.
It's like, "Hello, everybody. We fucked up. There's prisoners loose. Torres left. I suck." And by the way, Breen, I there was a someone filed a complaint because you fucking gave someone a concussion and almost murdered them, banging their head against the bars. But instead of sending you home, that I should do, I'm going to take you, who is a real angry, violent guy with a history of aggression,
To
and
the
have you go
armory.
load some guns in the armory.
Yeah. Go
What
clean weapons. Yeah.
when he was touching when they said armory, I'm like, did they
What the
mean the
fuck?
armory? Like,
I was
Yeah.
like, what
what was
is
that?
he
What was I just
doing?
like Fred Flintstone or
Yeah,
Scooby Doo?
this was
And
kind
I'm
of
like,
funny.
he's there with the bullets and stuff, and I'm like, oh my God. Anyway,
Yeah, it was like this whole scene. I love
Ruggy?
the way Edie Falco is playing this
Oh,
character
she's great too.
because
She's another great addition to this season
yeah,
for sure.
she started so like I'm so tough and strong, and then man, she just fucking plummeted. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? She
Yeah.
is totally out of control. She is just making bad decision after bad decision, not knowing what the fuck's going on, and just following along with her very poor instincts.
I
Um,
forgot, Axel, how much I missed Edie Falco because I realized I don't a lot of shows I watch. She's not because I didn't watch Nurse Jackie.
yeah,
But when she's on, especially in this world, because now post Carmela Soprano, she's got the weathered look a bit, like she's been around, and she fits this town so
yeah,
perfectly. And I
yeah.
love her voice too.
Me too. Like I hope her and Lenny James continue. I don't know. I have a feeling when you bring two big people on that one of them isn't going to make it through the season. I hope one of them does. I think she could actually turn out to be if if they continue the cartel shit with her, right? Because there's only one episode left, right? They
Hmm.
could
Yeah.
continue that shit through her, and it could be an interesting relationship with her and Mike navigating the cartel and Bunny. You know what I'm saying? Like that
Yeah,
could be
I
cool for
Yep.
agree.
next season.
Yeah.
So I can see Lenny James being replaced by a new bad, which would be like the cartel leader or something next season.
Or Ted
But
Danson or
I
something.
hope,
Yeah.
yeah, Oh, Ted Danson.
I go for it.
Like
I'm all in on
Damages,
Ted Danson.
Frobisher. Oh my God,
Yeah,
Ted Danson
Damages
and
Ted
Damages.
Danson was
Holy
pretty
shit!
awesome.
And
Yeah.
also, by the way, Edie Falco was fantastic. I know it became pretty popular, the Menendez brothers, when Ryan Murphy did that Netflix series.
Hmm.
But there was actually a Law and Order Menendez. Remember this solo? She
Oh yeah,
did
no, there
the
was
series,
yeah, because there was a Mendez on FX or whatever, and
right?
then the Netflix one came out right years later.
Right.
She was in the FX one or the Netflix one.
No, it wasn't even. No, no, I don't think it was even FX. I think it was on NBC. It was like, isn't it?
Oh,
Law and Order's NBC, isn't it?
oh, you said Law and
Yeah.
Order.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think it
oh,
was. It was
I thought she was
called
in the
like.
other Mendez
It was
brothers.
called. I think it was called. I'll look it up. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe it is the FX one. But she played a lawyer in it, and she was great. Like she's popped up in some good
Yeah,
stuff.
because the FX one started the Mendez. They did OJ.
Yeah, the FX one
Um,
was probably the Ryan Murphy one because he does
Yes.
because of all the
No.
art
Well, that
stuff
was
he
the
does there.
Netflix one.
Oh, that was? Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. It's right. It's there. There it is. I was right. Law and Order: True Crime,
oh,
2017. True Crime: The Menendez Murders.
oh,
Edie
that's
Falco
right.
played their
You're
lawyer.
right. They did a Law and Order True
Yes. It was on
Crimes.
NBC. It was 8
Yes,
episodes.
yes, yes,
Hmm.
yes, yes.
Yep.
You are correct, sir.
Probably the last time an actual network did something like that, because if that was done today, that would have premiered on Peacock,
Yep.
not on
Right,
NBC.
right.
Very interesting. Anyway, let's get
Good
back
call,
to it.
Axel.
She was great in that, though. If people get a chance to watch it, I bet you it's probably streaming on Peacock. Oh, it's Prime
Probably.
Video. Prime Video. I don't know. I don't know. Check it out. I'm not gonna. No more googling. Let's get back to the show. Um, so yeah, this was crazy. Um, Meanwhile, back at the prison again. Okay, so we leave Hobbs, and she tells Breen to go to the armory because that's a good idea. Cindy's checking in on Kyle. Guess what? He's fucked up. He's like catatonic. We flash to Breen loading guns. Wow, this is going to end well. And not only that, but the guy who's there with him is treating him like shit.
Yep. That doesn't help
Yeah.
either, man.
And it's because everyone knows him, right? Like they know Breen, and they don't. No one likes him.
Yeah.
That's what we're
Well,
finding
and
out,
Hobbs
right?
even said in that earlier conversation is like, with your reputation, you shouldn't be doing this.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
so, did you guys have any inkling that it was going to go to where it was going with this
Yes,
with
of
Breen?
course.
I
As
knew
soon as
something
they
bad
sent
was
him
going
to
to
the
happen.
armory.
I didn't think it was going to go like crazy
Honestly,
active shooter thing going.
Ando, you know how I was like saying like, oh, maybe Robert could be like the DC snipe, like he loses his shit.
Uh-huh.
But then I was like, the way Breen, they're building him up with his sexual frustration
Yeah.
and all that. And then after everyone
Yeah.
leaving, I was like, and then he goes to the armory with the gun. I'm like, he's going to shoot up this place. I mean, I didn't think he'd go to AdSec and take,
I
I
thought
just
maybe
thought he
he'd
was going to
take out
start.
Cindy or maybe one or two people or something. I didn't think he would go just mow everybody. That's just, I mean, we'll talk about it when we
Okay.
get there, but
Yeah.
Yes, Ando, I'm with you on one part, but I did think I have to admit that as soon as she said go to the armory, I said he's going to shoot everybody. That's it. I didn't know how. I had other thoughts as it went on, but I was like,
yeah,
they've been
this,
showing us this the whole
Yeah.
I
season.
mean, I knew something bad was going to happen. I just didn't think it would go
Yeah,
quite to that extreme. I was shocked that it
I'm
went to
going
that
to agree
extreme.
with you there.
And
I'm
did
going to
you
agree
guys
with you.
think with the Breen character, what what he was doing in the women's prison and now this? I always thought he was connected with someone, but he's just a lone wolf.
Me too. Yes, I did too. And
I thought he
earlier
was
in the season,
AB or
yeah, we had thought he was AB, and earlier in the season, it seemed like Hobbs was trying to use him in some
Hmm.
way. So
yeah.
maybe it's just that's the nature of the prison system, right?
I kind of like that he's a
That
lone wolf and that he
yeah,
isn't
It was a
really
nice
affiliated with somebody else.
yeah,
Just
he
yeah.
kind of a wild
interacts with
card.
different people. But
Yeah.
that's why, as we see, exactly,
Yeah.
lone wolf. Um, so we're at Mike's office. He's cleaned it up, and no more fake Nazi symbols
Or
or
whatever
anything.
was on the bed that Solo wanted to talk about
Yeah.
last week.
I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't on that pod.
No one ejaculated on the bed.
So it's
Mike
pick
and
up the phone, feed the
yeah,
bear, and ejaculate on the bed. Next.
ejaculate on the bed. I was gonna start with that, but I thought it's a bit harsh if we have any new
Yeah,
listeners.
you gotta
Yeah.
ease into that a little
So
bit.
I thought we'd build into it. We're
Yeah.
already 23 minutes into the episode. I figured we could mention it. Um, so they're at Mike's office, Mike, Evelyn, and Chester, who is Kyle's attorney.
No,
Okay.
Barry.
Oh, I thought his name was Chester.
His name is Barry. Mike calls him
Oh,
Barry
Barry.
multiple times.
Was
Oh,
that is,
okay.
is that Scott Grimes?
I'm not sure
No.
who played him.
Oh
That's
no, it kind of looked
Mike.
like Scott Grimes. Or not Scott
Wait, then
Grimes.
who's somebody's named Chester? My CC said Chester at some point, but I just like to
I'll
say
double
that
check,
name.
but I
That's
thought I
all.
could have sworn mine
I don't
said
care. I'm
Barry.
fine being wrong. I just like the name.
Chester. It would be
My
so funny if there's no
yeah.
Chester whatsoever.
Thaxton used to, for some reason back in college, Thaxton used to always call people Chester Radicchio. I don't know why. I think he actually
I've heard
used
Chester the
yeah.
molester, but I've never
Oh
heard
yeah.
Chester Ridicchio.
Chester Radicchio. And I always thought that sounded like a real dude. I was like,
Okay,
from New Jersey, right? Like, if you're like,
guess what?
yeah, he
We
works
Yeah,
we
at the
were
pizza
both
shop.
right, Axel. It's
Yeah,
Barry Chester.
there you
His
go.
name.
Thank
Mackenzie
you.
Aston is the actor.
Oh, that's who I meant.
Oh,
Mackenzie
wow.
Aston.
Oh,
He was in Lost, right? Kate's long lost love from the
yeah, he was in a
flashbacks.
bunch of stuff.
Well, he's been in a ton of stuff, of course. Yeah, Facts of Life,
Oh,
etc.
wow. I didn't even recognize him.
That doesn't
Holy
doesn't
That's who
cow.
look
I was
like him at
thinking.
all. I'm going off what IMDb says. It says that's him, but it didn't look
Yeah,
like
it
him
is.
at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
it did with the
It
facial hair,
sure
just because
is.
he's older.
Good
He's
job.
older.
Yeah.
But I
Good
get him and
job.
Scott Grimes mixed up.
Totally. That's a great job, Solo. Well, anyway, the deal is that if I understand this correctly, in order to facilitate a quick release of Kyle, Chester is going to say that he misheard his client or something, and then Evelyn is going to agree with him and let him go. He's going to say, like, I did something wrong
Yeah,
with
I
my
think they were
client.
going to do like an intentional mistrial kind of a thing.
Yeah, like but he was basically willing to fall on his sword and take the whatever.
Yep.
I'm not. I don't. Maybe someone can tell us. I tried to understand it, but it was like he said he's going to retract his statement, right? And
Yeah.
then
And I had something in mind about saying he's going to go in and say his representation was bullshit. And then Evelyn's
right,
like, that's bad lawyering. And he's like, it's not bad lawyering as far as I'm concerned. If I have to get my hands dirty, that's part of the job.
and because he was in jail for shooting Robert and Robert's dead,
Yeah.
there is no one is going to challenge this. So
Yep.
basically, they found kind of a loophole that they could use also
Right.
Robert's death to get him out. Okay, so they say they're going to do it. Good job. Everybody seems to be happy. And of course, there's one condition, and we all know what that is, Frank. Um, Mike's going to the prison because he wants to get Kyle out and tell him what's up. But instead, Cindy shows up and says Kyle's catatonic. Mike says, we got to get him to sign these papers, though. I got to go see him. So he goes and sees him. He talks to him through the prison, through this cell
They just let him
bars.
walk right
Yeah.
into the high
But that's
security
okay
stuff
now.
too.
This is
Yeah.
okay now, though, right? This show,
Yeah.
I thought this
Hobbs.
was
Hobbs
Hobbs
allowed
had,
it.
yep.
exactly. We don't need to see him getting checked out, or
Yeah.
he's back in the good graces. He can walk right the fuck in now. We don't
Walk
need to
on
see
water,
any of it.
baby. Kingston
And I think
water.
that, but that's a, you know what? To me, I like that. That's a smart omission
Yeah.
that is actually an additive,
Hmm.
right? Like the fact that we just cut to him walking right up to the bars is just, we have to think to ourselves, oh, he can go wherever he wants in this prison now.
Well,
Hmm.
it justified it for me when he walks out and Hobbs is there.
Okay,
And
yes.
basically acknowledging him like, hey, did you
Yeah,
get what you need or did you see Kyle, whatever.
right.
Because that would have been a little weird if we didn't have that because we've been like, okay, he just has access now. I mean, we could figure it out, but I'm
Yes.
glad they had that little scene with Hobbs that you'll
Yep.
mention
And
just
then,
because.
yeah, well, yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. So she says that I got the office, the judge's office called. I got this room ready. We're going to get Kyle out. You know, she's in with the plan. She seems very, things have really changed, haven't they? In this season, like her character has changed so much, and their
Once she gave up
relationship.
Torres, Axel, when she gave up
Yeah, yeah.
Torres, it changed everything for
And
her.
got thrown into that bathtub.
That
Throw in the
convo by
bathtub.
the river.
Yep.
That's when Mike kind of it really came into fruition in the all the
Yeah.
events that followed. So
There's another little tidbit there that's important too, I think, where she says
yes,
they got one guy, but they still want to know who fed the
yes,
information to the Crips, and I think that's why Mike later says maybe it's time to cut Kevin loose
yes.
when he
No,
tells
this
Bunny
is
that. Yeah,
okay. This is so important, bro.
yeah,
Yes, thank you, Andy. To me, this was the most important thing of this scene, which
hmm
is she says exactly what you said. He because they talk and he says, "How's it with your people?" And she says, "Well, they took Torres, but now I got to give him Kevin." And Mike just kind of says, "Yeah, well, we got to do what we got to do." Like that's it. He's not giving anything away to her. But later, he does say to Bunny, it's time to cut Kevin loose. And I'm just wondering if Mike is acting rapidly enough. He's wants Kyle, 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 Kyle. But Kevin is about to get capped
hmm
and he's not doing anything about it. He's just casually mentioning it to people. And this was frustrating to me because I like Kevin.
Yeah. He's
That's
not
it.
high on the priority
He's
list,
not,
as we
not at
talked
Yeah.
all.
about.
Once again, and this goes back to when he was on the phone with Lamar and he was like, "You can trust me." Made me think of he said the same thing to Kevin. And you know what? You're letting these people down,
Yep.
and Kevin is one of Bunny's guys too. I mean, Lamar tried to kill Bunny, so I can understand. But this is one of Bunny's guys, and also he reminds you of the kid you took to play hockey.
Well,
Politics of being a
Um,
mayor.
just because he keeps saying because it's my job doesn't mean he's good at this job.
You're right.
no,
Yeah, yeah.
we know he's not good at this
Yeah.
job, Ando. Ando, I want to start a petition to have Brett be named mayor of Kingstown, but we'll talk about that on Around the Couch, our football show. Frank
Great
and
plan.
yes, Frank and
Especially with
Mike
that
are on the
Atlanta Falcons jacket.
tracks. Oh, Atlanta, baby. Frank and Mike are on the tracks, and this is when Mike lets it go, the plan, the real plan, right?
God, I love this scene.
He not only see what he does is so smart here is because he he it's like a little hot dog weenie for an appetizer. It's like a wrapped hot dog, right? He wraps the plan in the guess what? I know you shot Bunny. So
A little
he
pig in the blanket.
pig in the blanket. Thank you. I can
Something
never get
else in the
it.
blanket.
I need people to help me. I'm old. Thank you, Ando. That's what it reminded me of because he gets him all mad about LJ by telling him, guess what? It was Lamar. He took out LJ. And then he says, and why should you be surprised? You hired him and told him to take out Bunny. And I know you did. And then Frank is like, how long did you know about this? And he kind of gets mad, but he's like, well, listen, this is the ultimate thing. Mike acts like he's going to sell out Bunny and he's going to go with Frank, which of course we know can't be the truth. Solo, did you believe this for even 1 second?
Oh no, no. But
You know
I
it's part of the plan.
love the way Mikey played this.
hmm
Yeah.
Like
He's
I
just
was
like,
not
you got to
expecting
do
it.
it.
He got him off balance. He's doing
Yeah.
his pennies and his train thing, and he's thinking of his thoughts and thinks he's so smart, which Frank is pretty smart, but he's never been to Kingstown against Mikey before. And Mikey just lays it out. And it's no like, yeah, I know you killed him. And he just plays it so well. That's the thing with Mike as the
Yeah.
mayor. He makes bad decisions and can't cover everything, but when he's focused, he can make he's just awesome. Like it's such a realistic. That's probably how we would be mayors if put all three of us together. We'd have flaws, but we'd be cool at times, make the
Yeah.
right decisions, maybe pass someone in traffic. But it just I just loved this scene. It was really well done.
It was. It was brilliant. And I wish I had written down pig in a blanket. Thank you, Ando. But that's what
I'll
it
give you a
feels
pig in
like.
a blanket.
Because it did. It got
Oh,
us hyped too, right? Like he gets him so angry, angry, angry.
He's
And then
working
he
him.
kind of sops him with that. But then he's like, we're going to be together. But guess what? You still got to follow through and kill Lamar, right? Like, because I got you angry about it.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's so that's part of why I love it so much because Mike knows that the only way Frank is going to slip up is if he gets emotional and
Yeah.
he can't
Yep.
control his emotions and he knows it's the only chance he has and he just ratchets it up beautifully. I loved the whole when I couldn't believe he was actually telling him that like the actual truth of what happened. Like, yeah, Lamar did this. I know you screwed with him. that's so rare in this show because everybody's always doing this back espionage type stuff, and he was 100%, at least I think 100% or close to it, accurate about what he was saying, at least in that section of this conversation. Just
And
awesome scene.
he's so matter of fact about it too, Mike, right? He's like, yeah, that's what fucking happened. I know you fucking did it. Okay.
Hmm.
Now we got to do this. What else are we going to do?
And I think the only way to trap Frank was to do it that way,
Yeah,
He's,
not
agreed.
trying to hide anything. That got
yeah.
to Frank's core. And
Um,
it got him where he was, I think, like I said, off balance, that he didn't look he didn't look plans ahead. Would Mike have knows Lamar did it, had him killed? Is Mike, so it really was, I loved it. I
It's the
loved it.
first time this season where Moses hasn't, at least how it appears, that Moses doesn't feel like he's in control, and the first time he's ever been outsmarted. And the
Right.
person, like, he always thought he was the guy 10 steps ahead of everybody, and he's been
uh,
outsmarted. I think that's part of what got him so pissed too.
okay, but that's not really true though, right? Because Mike already got him into jail,
Yeah,
not
but what
prison,
I
but
what I
jail,
mean is,
right?
though, Frank doesn't think that though. Frank still thinks he's the smartest
That's
guy until
right.
this
I
scene,
know. I
is what I
agree.
was saying.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree with you. What I'm
Hmm.
saying is that Mike has got him so wrapped around
Yeah.
that he didn't even realize that he kind of like when the scene at the end when he's walking into the prison, he's like, "What happened, Mike?"
Hmm.
Like, "What happened, motherfucker? We just did this scene 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Remember?" So when they took you in for the questioning and then they held you. So why do you still trust Mike? You know what I'm saying? What happened is you're a dummy, Frank Moses. You fell for it. Anyway, Chester is at the prison and Kyle signed the paperwork.
Oh,
He's going to get out. Okay. And I liked how they did this. There was an extra shot of Chester walking through like the security out of the prison. And I was like, I don't know why that shot's in there, but I kind of like that they just held it for a second
Hmm.
to make us think like something else was going to
I thought he
happen
was
or
going to
he
meet with someone, be like, hey,
Yeah,
by the
right.
way, are
Didn't
we?
you notice that shot? I was like, this
Oh,
is interesting.
100%.
Interesting to me. Um, all right. So Mike sets the plan in motion. Frank he call Frank Lamar gets picked up by some of the hoods. I had my notes were a little jumbled there, but we see Lamar. He's at his place. People jump out of the car. They pull him into a fucking thing and they grab him. But I
I think,
think it was Bunny's guys that did it, right?
yeah, almost positive it was Bunny's guys.
Yeah, it was not
Okay, I was going to
Frank's guys, it was
ask.
Bunny's guys. I'm
I was
sorry.
going to ask because I
Yes.
thought it was Moses guys at
Yeah.
first.
It was my notes. Unfortunately, sometimes the voice to text I use does not translate well, and
I
it
mean, I,
makes no
I don't think
sense
it's
if I
said
write
in
a
the show
sentence for
that that's
this.
what it was, but I'm almost positive it was because
No, it's
otherwise
Bunny's guys. I recognize those dudes. Yeah,
they would have
it's
just brought
Bunny's
him straight to
guys.
Lamar or straight
Yeah,
to Moses if it
yeah.
was his
But
guys.
that's the plan
Yeah,
because they need to. They
Yeah,
bring him to the safe house.
that
yeah.
makes
Bunny's
sense.
guys bring him there. Then they can coordinate it with Stevie and Ian. So that's what. Yeah. Then we get our only scene this episode with Merle. He is at a cafe. It looks to me like
Burger
he might.
Barney's is the name of the restaurant. I even wrote it
Oh,
down.
Burger Barney's. Looks like he might be have traveled out here to Portland or something. I'm not quite sure. Look kind of. It's probably right there in Pittsburgh, of course, where they shoot. But he says he's in a land far, far away. Sounds like he's getting an update on what's going on, right? He's like, uh-huh, uh-huh. They ask him what he's doing. He says, I'm re-engaging with the social construct one day at a time. And then he
Brother.
says, let me eat my fucking food.
Yeah, and then click.
And then he clicks. And that's it. That's all we get of Merle.
Just a little check-in, just to
Just
make
a little
sure we
check
knew
in.
that the Wolverine scars were real on his face.
Exactly. Ando was right, is what my notes say first.
Ando's
Um,
always right.
I
yes.
wouldn't go that far.
Now we get a very fun scene with Mike and Bunny in the hospital room. This is like Laurel and Hardy. I love this scene so much. The only real information that is exchanged here is that Bunny's going home, not to a safe house, and that he's going to take out Frank when he gets in jail. Other than that, they talk about his little Louis Vuitton bitch bag. They're looking for his shoes. He makes fun of his pants. This was just I don't know, guys. Help me
This was
out.
the
This
scene
was
I was
just such a
talking about
farce.
earlier that I said is my favorite scene of the season and maybe one of the entire show because
Yeah.
and not because
Oh,
it's funny. I mean, it is funny, but it's showing these two guys acting like brothers, like in a real world
Yeah.
conversation. Like it'd be the kind of thing like if we were all in Portland together, anybody seen my shoes? Oh, we'll find it. What's with this bitch? I mean, that's the kind of shit
Yeah.
we would talk about in person. I just love that it felt like a real conversation between two people
It
there
was
was nothing
sweet.
to deal with the DA or drug deals or anything else. It was just them being brothers. I loved this scene.
Yep.
that's a great point, Ando, because it's one of the only times, like in that moment, he's trying to help Bunny get out and get his stuff and get out. They do talk a little bit, but it's not on the lawn. Someone could be driving up like crazy. It's not someone on the rooftop where the guys are around. It's their moment.
Hmm.
Only them. And
Hmm.
it showed you because there's been times through the seasons you're like, are they that close? I mean,
Yeah.
because they were at odds and Bunny, doing some crazy stuff. But it seems that they've really come back to their love for each other as
Yeah.
brothers, kind of, mirror image of LJ and
Yeah.
Frankie. Um,
Ah, yes. So true.
so it's interesting. Yeah,
Yep.
it was
Hetero
good.
life mates. All right. Then we get Bunny driving. This is good. I didn't feel like somebody was gonna shoot him. He's driving, he's talking on the phone, he's with Raph. And basically the important part here is that Raph again reiterates they're still kind of on lockdown. They don't, they can't
Yeah.
get out and control what they need to control. Bunny's like, it's all good. I'm going to talk to the mayor because he's good in with Hobbs now. But it makes me think why this hasn't already been done. But this is Kingstown, and sometimes, as usual, Mike's going to have to give someone a kick in the ass to get something done. But this is setting up, I think, there's a couple scenes here, like the Merle scene, this scene. I felt like these were scenes giving us a clue to the finale,
Hmm.
right? Like
Mm,
something's gonna pop
mm.
off in the prison, blah blah blah. Finale coming. Okay, so next scene. Um, all right, this is just there's a little bit of a back and forth um, with Mike, but let's stay with the whole scene of Frank getting taking out Lamar, getting arrested by Stevie and Ian. It was very the Stevie and Ian stuff was funny as
Even
shit too.
before Frank leaves and he's at the depot, he puts the coin on the track just like he
Yes,
did in
yeah,
the first time
yeah,
we saw him this season, and yelling at his guy to give me the keys. I need to drive, and
yeah. They
I
don't seem to
that's
want him to do
subtle.
it though. The
Yep.
guy he doesn't seem to want
No,
him to do it.
not at all.
And his name's he's that's Derek, right? Isn't
Derek,
that the
yes.
guy's name? Yeah.
Yep.
So Derek is now maybe second in command, right? Taking over from LJ. Not I mean he's a lot younger, he doesn't have the history, but he seems to be that, and he didn't doesn't seem to want Frank to go.
Hmm.
But this whole build up and Frankie and Ian and Stevie driving up, I didn't think Lamar was great acting.
Yeah.
um Frank great acting. I thought Frank was going to figure out this was a setup. I didn't think he was going to shoot him. What did you think, Solo?
Well, I mean, Lamar is trying to tell him he just has his duct tape over his mouth. Because that's what he's basically trying to probably tell him that.
Yeah.
But I kind of I was like, would he pull the trigger? I thought he was gonna take off the tape and then find out. But then as it kept going, I go, wait a minute. I don't think this is I think he's gonna and then he shoots him.
Yeah, the rage just overtook.
I uh
Yeah.
I thought as soon as he started monologuing, and I just kept getting vibes of Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction, the Ezekiel 25:17, where he's just
Yeah.
pontificating and blows the guy away at the end. As soon as he started doing that amazing speechifying that Lenny James was doing in this, I knew it was over. I knew he was going to take
Yeah.
him out, and I thought he was awesome in this scene. Both actors
Oh
were
man.
awesome in this scene.
Yes. Yeah. As were then Frank and Ian when
Yeah.
I should say Ian and Stevie
Yes.
when they're coming around. Go the fuck over there. I just love the kind of like back and forth.
There was a
Oh yeah.
funny
And
funny
then
exchange they had in the car that I didn't catch. I watched it twice, and I even had the captions on and didn't catch it all the first time. And then Stevie's like, "I want to take a piss," and Ian's like, "Well, use that Gatorade bottle." And
I'm gonna
Steven
need a
gets cut
bigger.
off, but he says, "Better be a big fucking." And then he gets cut off because Moses drives in. I'm like, "Oh, that's amazing! It's so funny. It's so subtle."
Yeah, that was good stuff. And the house, it was a good location. It reminded me, it looked like a task location.
I was just gonna say Mayor of Easttown, but yeah, Task,
Yeah, it
So
same
looked like a
thing.
task
can
location.
you guys answer to me? He's sitting there in the chair, and all there is a chair, and there's an exercise bike, and nothing else in the basement. Like, what the hell kind of what is this place? Well,
Well,
it's
maybe,
for
It's an
sale
off
though.
the grid safe house that
yeah,
they
maybe
use
when
There
probably.
you're,
was a for sale sign out front,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. So it's probably not furniture. You get
well,
if
but
you
an
buy it, you get a
exercise
free
bike was
treadmill.
just weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or like
if you have someone locked in the basement for an extended period of time, they might want to use the exercise
I
bike, keep
suppose
you know,
that's
themselves
you got
in
to
true.
get your
shape.
workouts in. You
Yeah,
know.
Yeah,
that's
just
true.
can't walk in circles. Yeah,
Oh,
it was a great scene. So he does. The rage overtakes him, and you could feel his love for LJ and how Mike hit him in the exact spot that was going to work, and it did. So he's arrested, of course, and we go from that to, gosh, just a very the show just was like, let's let's keep it light. So we're at the
Yeah.
prison. We're at the
Oh,
prison, and here's this crazy guy again who we've seen throughout the season on AdSeg. And
Terry.
what Terry? And what is he doing? Oh, he's just smearing shit all over himself.
His
It
exact
is,
words were, "I'm making some corn and okra pate."
oh God, thank you for saying that again,
oh,
Andy. I'm sure everyone appreciates it. Do you want to
oh.
tell us how moist it was after that?
All right, can we move
Oh my
on before I
God.
puke on the
Okay.
pod?
So we all know what happens. This eventually leads to Breen having to clean it up. He's once again being made fun of by all of the
And part of why he
prisoners.
had to go is they say all the orderlies are on lockdown. So all the people that would normally have to,
Yeah,
Raph had said earlier, they're all still on lockdown. It would normally have to be the prisoners cleaning this up, but since they're on lockdown, it falls to Breen.
yep. So he's not happy about this, of course. I mean, how do you clean up shit like this? I don't know. You just get with a mop? Come on, you need
I
like a
don't know.
hose. I don't know
Yeah,
how you even do it. I
I
don't
don't
want
it's
to
know.
like
think about
that's
it.
a power wash job, I
Yeah,
think.
that is terrible. Anyway, we all know what happens. He gets pissed off. He goes down. He gets a fucking shotgun. And then he comes back up and he starts blowing away each prisoner one by one. And he does try to shoot Cindy through the
Oh, he
glass.
sure
Thank
does.
God I was only, listen, to me, I was only worried about her. I didn't give a fuck about the other prisoners. And frankly, Kyle's time is well due. I knew they weren't going to kill Kyle. I just know they're never going to
Yeah,
kill Kyle. So I was like, something's going to happen. But goddamn, if it isn't Cindy coming around the corner, she gets the gun together. She calls it in too,
Yeah,
follows procedure. She
yep.
calls it in.
We have
She
an active
gets the
shooter.
gun.
Yep.
She shoots him. So she followed procedure properly and she saved Kyle's life, which didn't even seem like he wanted it to be saved. He was ready to take the bullet.
he was, and I mean, he doesn't flinch at all. He just stands up to Breen, and then when Breen gets shot, he's not like, you know, he's just goes back to his bed.
Are we going to see some kind in next week? Are we going to see some kind of death by suicide from or Kyle? Not death by suicide, but suicide by going after Merle or Kyle,
It,
like
I
going right
think
into the belly of the
Ando,
beast and
I
taking out as
think
many
what's
as he can.
I think what's going to happen is whatever needs to be done or wherever he thinks needs to be done, he's going to do it and not even flinch.
Yeah.
He may, Mike may say, "Hey, you need to just stay back," or what. He's just like, no. He would like run into the house without
Hmm.
any backup at
Yep.
this point. He's at that point. And it's going to take him seeing his son crying for him, I think, to break out of it. He's going to need to physically see him and hold his son. That's the only way. That's when he's going to start breaking
Oh,
down.
you're right.
And that's the
Forgot about the
only thing
son.
I think that could break him down because when Mike does mention it when he goes to visit him, that conversation we kind of didn't really talk about. But
Yeah.
it was so interesting because Mike is trying to, I was just waiting for Kyle to say, "You're bullshit, Mike. You're bullshit." or he was not saying anything. But then when he brings up his son, that's when he starts to really like break that tense, the not the tense,
Hmm.
the being numb.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
starts to think that starts to break it
That's
down a
true.
little
You're
Out of
bit.
that
right.
funk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right, Solo. And that's because that's hope. That's the future. That's what you want. Mike did the right thing. You want to give a
Yeah.
person in a situation like that, just concentrate one step at a time. Your son needs a father. Mitch, Kyle Chandler needs a father.
Oh,
Okay?
time travel?
Um, time travel. Well,
Reincarnation.
his name is Mitch. There you go. So now getting back to Cindy popping Breen in the head. Breen is dead. R.I.P. Hey, let me say something to this actor. You did a great job with this role. Great work. I bought this and the evolution of this character. They gave you a lot of scenes. You did it. It was creepy, and I bought this hook, line, and sinker. And I thought, now I'm just like fucking Cindy had to kill somebody. That's horrible.
He's also the actor has a nice
Horrible.
little role in Wind River.
Oh,
Oh,
That
yeah.
movie.
I
So
may
I
have
gotta
he's a
forgotten
rewatch that.
about that.
flanker. He's a flanker.
I'm gonna
Oh,
have
He's
to
like,
okay.
are
rewatch
they
that.
flanking me? Yeah.
Nice. Oh, has he ever showed up on Yellowstone or anything? Maybe he's
I wouldn't be.
a
I've
kind
seen him
of
in a lot of stuff.
Sheridan universe person.
I'm sure he's a Sheridan guy, I
Yeah,
believe.
cool. Well, he's got the look, man. He's got
Oh
the
yeah,
look.
it's perfect look.
Matthew
Um,
Del Negro is the actor's
yeah,
name.
Yes,
he's
yes,
good.
yes, yes. Yeah, he's been in a lot of
Good
stuff.
name too. Um, Mike is so now after all that, everything's going to calm down, people, okay? Listen, nothing else is happening in this episode. It's
Yep.
chill.
Just shut it off.
Mike's at the police station with Evelyn. They're hanging out, talking. He says, Moses is a biblical man, and this is biblical. Do I understand what that means? No. Does it sound cool as fuck? Yes. I loved it.
Yes.
Didn't understand what it meant at all. But basically, he's just saying this shit is going down. Okay?
Yeah, he's living
Frank
by his rules
arrives.
and losing by his rules.
Exactly.
Um,
Yes. And by the way, Evelyn, I've got a new girlfriend. Her name's Cindy. Sorry about that. Oh,
did
no,
you
that didn't happen.
did you feel Evelyn was gonna get shot in this scene? Like I felt something bad was gonna happen.
I
I
no, I think they did a really good job of making me feel really like I was like, okay, this is it. This is the end.
Okay, I didn't
You
feel
know what
that
I
way at
mean? Like,
all. I
okay,
didn't feel
okay.
that way
I
at
got
all.
tricked.
The way
I
the
was
last
waiting
few
for things
episodes of
getting bombed.
yeah, the way
Something's
the
gonna.
last few episodes have ended, I don't trust anything until I see the credits
Okay.
roll.
I should have thought that, but for some
Seen
stupid reason I didn't
you
listen.
Yeah,
get.
I
Hey,
I was
you
nervous.
trusted Hugh. You
I
trusted our
trusted
boy
him. I
Hugh.
trusted him. He did
Yes.
a
But I
great
just
job with this episode.
it seemed too easy that Evelyn finally gets something out of all this because
And
this will make her career. And I was just waiting
yeah.
for something bad to happen. I mean, could it be Ian dropping a TV this time and be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, sorry."
That's right.
She did
We don't
say
even think
something.
about that, you
She
know?
said something interesting when they're waiting for Frank to show up. And when Mike says, "You play this right, you could be governor." And she says, "I think my associations preclude that, present company included."
Yeah.
Which was like,
Yeah.
huh? Is Mike well known as somebody that you don't want to be associated with?
I mean, I would assume that
He
people
must
know
be.
he's gray, you know?
Yeah, there's got to be. I mean, aside
He's
from
got a rep.
being the
Yeah.
real mayor of Kingstown,
And
I
that
just thought it
says
was a
something.
I thought it was a curious line.
that
Ando,
is.
that says something to why Frank maybe came here knowing Mike was going to be there, right?
Yeah.
And take out Bunny. So that's interesting. But I like the kind of that, like they had a nice wide shot. The street was vacant. It seemed late
Hmm.
at night. So they come up, of course, Ian and Stevie bring out Frank. Frank just says, What happened, Mike? What happened? And that's it. He goes into the jail and he'll find out what's gonna happen. Um, then Mike decides to take a trip to go pick up his bro. And as he gets to the prison, what do we see? All the bodies being taken out. Hobbs is standing there, kind of gives him a little head nod, standing in front of all these fucking body bags. Then Mike pulls over. First, he's got to give Cindy a big hug and say, Hey, I'm sorry I had to shoot somebody. We get a little tender, pretty quick moment there, not anything said. And then he goes to pick up Kyle, and he and Kyle walk out. Hobbs says goodbye. They get into the car. Mike gives him another kind of, we're back together, right? We're going to do for the kid, for Mitch. Um, and we're going to go hang out with Ian and Stevie.
Before
Going
we
to
get
go
there, there
get,
was
Yeah,
one quick
before.
shot
Yeah.
too I want to
oh,
bring up.
okay.
We see Hobbs call that phone number again. And I went and looked. It's the same phone number she called, the Switzerland phone number she called in episode 2. And the
Nice.
caption says when it answers, it says an automated French voice answers. Not
Yes, I
cartel, not
heard that.
Spanish, not French, which I'm like, huh. I wonder if that's yeah.
Well,
Are
it
her
sounds,
bosses somebody else besides I mean, is there somebody else involved with the
I
it,
mean,
it,
we
it's
assumed that she was checking on money through that
yeah.
phone number, right? So I don't know, but that's interesting. You're right. There's some cross cutting
Just a
that
little
happens.
crumb I thought was interesting. So
Yes,
so go
because
And
ahead, Solo.
no, did you guys expect when Hobbs brought out Kyle and they kind of gave like she gave the nod, the wink we were talking about? Did you expect Jeremy Renner to do like the Jerry Maguire point? No, no,
no,
I was
no.
expecting it.
Well, now I want to see that. Maybe
Yeah,
that's in the outtakes.
take his
Maybe
run around his underwear. But there was some cross cutting because we
that's
also
risky.
see Bunny drinking a beer, right? He's back
Hmm.
home. We see Moses in jail. Kind of contemplative, though.
Yeah.
Angry, but contemplative. And then again, Mike and Kyle in the car. Then we see Ian, Stevie, Mike, and Kyle go into the diner. Oh, it's going to be fine. It's fine. They're picking up some food, right? Everything's hunky dory. Ian and Stevie are so happy to see Kyle. And then something strange happens. Some guy from the TV show Fallout or something dressed up in all of this fucking riot gear and a huge fucking machine gun. What do you call this? Artillery rifle or something, right?
Some
I'm
kind
not
of
a gun
machine gun.
person.
Yeah,
A
some kind of
machine
machine gun.
gun, right?
Yeah.
Just starts like Saving Private Ryaning the fucking diner.
This was like
Everybody goes,
Rambo.
yeah, it
This is
was
yeah, Rambo meets
crazy.
Heat.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And we get a couple nice shots too of like the outside coming around the car. And this gun is huge, and it's like
Stevie takes a
just,
shot too to the shoulder.
Yeah,
Stevie gets knocked out.
when he
oh,
So,
opens
that's
the
right.
door.
yep.
He opens the door. Stevie gets shot. And this reminded me really of like Solo. I know you've been saying you've been watching some Wild West old westerns. This is like a western, right? Where they just get that old gun and fucking start killing people, and then it ends. That's it. I mean, we cut.
Yeah,
What
we
the
cut with
fuck?
him underneath the table, going for cover underneath the table. Yeah.
I mean,
Did not expect this, gents.
wow.
Insane.
No, I really thought I was literally like kind of, at the end of you're watching something, it was late at night. I watched this. I was kind of like grabbing the remote
It's
as they were like as Stevie was opening the door, and then I was like, "What the fuck?" And I like dropped it. I thought this was awesome and
Yeah, I think I
crazy. I don't.
texted you guys right after I saw it because I watched it late at night too, and I'm like, I got to stop watching these
Oh
episodes
yeah.
late at night. And it's taken, like we've mentioned before, we watch these on screeners, so we're watching them a little bit ahead of time. It has taken every ounce of willpower I have to not watch the next episode. I have no
Yeah,
idea what's
I
coming
know.
next, but
I
I'm
know.
glad
oh
I
my
watched it for the
God.
first time last night because I would have not, I would have been had a hard time.
That's,
So I have
Me
willpower
too.
now knowing we're doing the pod.
yeah.
But I'll be honest, as much as I would do want to go to the next one right away, I'm glad we have this pod because I needed to breathe.
Yes.
Me too.
Because
Yes.
Yeah.
this is like 24 adrenaline
Jeez.
type
Hmm.
show this
This
season.
is SOA level of shit hitting the fan. Okay. This was
Everything.
awesome. This was
Yeah.
fun. But you have the more intelligent not that SOA kind of the credulity of it was not realistic. This is more gritty, you know what I mean?
Grounded.
It was
Yeah.
more grounded and real in our, but great characters in both because I love the characters in SOA.
Oh yeah.
That was more of a fairy tale though. Who is it? Who is it?
My guess is it's the cartel because we haven't really seen anything from them in a few episodes. After Hobbs got thrown in that tub, I don't think we've seen anything from them, have we?
No.
That's who I was thinking because I'm like, it's not anyone in Frank's crew because no one would give that authority. Who would know that they're there? The cartel's kind of been that spy of Kingstown this season. Like you see them spying on everything at the train tracks, and so they're keeping their and because whatchamacallit ate there, right? Is that the same diner that the Sicario eats
I
at?
think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
everybody in the town
no,
eats there.
everyone
Yeah.
does. I
Yeah. I
wasn't
think
sure. For
that's.
some reason, I'm thinking it was more white and more open,
I
like
think
Chili
that's the
John's
same one
chili.
where I think that's the same one where Mike pulled the gun on Sicario underneath the table.
It was pancakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if that's the case, then I'm thinking it's the cartel because the cartel knows they go there. I mean, everyone does, I'm sure. But who else? I mean, I doubt it. It wouldn't be. Would it be
Yeah, Don
AB? Could it
Steiner.
be? See, at first I'm thinking it was Merrill, but then I'm like, he's too small for Merrill.
It,
I mean,
is
too
it
big to be Merrill.
is that who Hobbs was calling and saying Mike and Kyle are out of jail and this is where they're going to be, or they're headed this way. Follow them.
Oh, maybe
Just
she
a
Oh,
gave
power
him up
play
to the
from Hobbs.
cartel.
it's like a
Maybe.
Breaking Bad thing where you get like a message, but that's a signal.
Yeah.
She
Oh my
called it
God,
in.
That was part of why I brought
Hobbs.
up that phone call thing because I was like,
I
what if
don't.
she?
But guys, how about Merle and AB?
Well, see,
Yeah,
that's what I was saying.
yeah,
I
that's
thought it
still
was
a
Merrill.
yeah.
But then I'm like, now you bring up the Hobbs. Is this her way for the getting back with the cartel? I don't know.
I don't know who it is.
Yeah, I
I
don't
can't
either.
wait. It could be
Looks like the
Merle.
mountain from Game of Thrones.
That's
Could be, and I know it's great, right? It could be Merle and the
it looked
AB,
like the
the
freaking Winter
cartel,
Soldier is what I thought was going on there. I
Yeah,
was
Winter
like,
Frank's
Soldier.
Bucky, what are you
guys.
doing?
For all we know, it could be the Russians. They want back in, so they're just going to
That's
take out Mike.
because I
You
well,
know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
think I'm
I don't
guessing
know.
Frank's people don't know anything happened to Frank yet
It's happened so fast. I can't
because he
believe
went
that.
by himself. I mean, they'll find out soon because it's the next morning, but I don't
But
think
who
they
is
would
the
have time to
next?
get there yet.
If that young
Right,
kid's the
right.
next general or whatever, they
Yeah,
don't. Who's the big? LJ and Frank are gone,
Yeah, who
yeah,
or
would give
Frank
that order? That's a hefty order to give, and it does not
that
extract Frank from
fast.
prison.
Yeah,
no,
no, that's definitely not Moses, and it's definitely not
yeah,
Bunny's
that's like
guys.
an act of war
So
kind of thing.
AB or Cartel makes sense.
Yeah,
Cartel
I
being the
think it's
finale
A. I
coming up.
agree. It's AB or cartel.
Yeah,
I mean,
It's
that's
and
AB or
not
cartel.
rocket science, but
and
but
I think we're going to
Or
see both of them in the finale. I think we almost have to.
guys, there's one more person it could be. You know, Milo.
oh
It could
Milo,
be
darn it!
Milo.
Oh
I
God,
was too slow. I was too slow to
yeah,
say it.
Milo's
I knew
back.
you were
Milo's
going there.
back.
Yes, he's back. And
Go
it's
like
Iris. Iris
Sansa.
is behind throwing grenades.
Go like
She's like, fuck it, I
Sansa. Throw the
joined with him
grenade,
now.
Sansa.
All right, guys, what a great episode. We're heading into the finale like a fucking Mike driving through traffic on a
A
phone
freight train.
call,
Yeah,
like a freight train. This is
Bat out of hell.
awesome. This is the best season of this show, and we're happy that you all have all joined us, and we're very hopeful for the finale, which is going to be awesome. We have not yet watched it. We're going to all watch it, do our notes, come back and record, and we would love your feedback. Hit us up at dvrpodcast@gmail.com. Join our Facebook group, Daily DVR, a TV and film group. Become a patron at patreon.com/DVR. We have a ton of new patrons. Next episode, maybe I'll do a readout of like the last 10 or 20. Great people. I know Amber recently joined. We appreciate that. Everyone here who writes reviews. And of course, I appreciate you, Solo. I appreciate you, Ando. And my little dog, Ruby, who has been sleeping here by me the whole time.
Oh,
She's been so good lately. Last couple episodes, she's been sleeping right here as I record. Really good.
Uncle Solo's voice. She needs to
Yeah,
hear. She's
she
our
likes
biggest
it.
filmless fan.
yes,
She
he
does
No,
like
is.
it.
I want to say also, if you like what we do, the kids have been covering Stranger Things. Axel and his son Lachlan do a pod, and it was so rewarding for me. The way I was shocked, our little Lachlan, he's like going through stuff. I'm like, wow, he's like
I
little
know, right?
Ando, little Axel there. And then he's the whole it's confirmed. Like that was the best.
Yes.
That's all I'll tease. If you haven't listened, it's confirmed.
His
I
yes.
freaking lost
It
my
was
shit.
great.
And then Ando, Gina, and
Yeah.
Axel do the adult pod, and I
Yeah.
thought it was amazing. Keep doing it. I enjoyed I enjoyed that so
Thank you,
much.
pal.
But
Yes,
Lachlan,
it's fun.
with the Axel humor and the way he handles us, he kind of handles the son that way. And it's like you
Yeah.
almost like Vince Vaughn and Swingers a little bit. Like kind of like, oh, so you think that? Wait a
Come
sec,
on, baby doll. Come on.
come on,
That's
man.
great,
It was
Solo.
Your
brilliant,
money.
brilliant.
Thank you,
I was
Solo.
ready for
Thank you.
bed. I'm like, I'm gonna go to. I listened to the whole thing. I couldn't fall asleep during it.
It was a lot of
Great
fun.
job, Lachlan. You rock, man.
Oh, I'll tell him. I'll definitely tell him
Please
that.
tell
Yeah,
him.
that
Please
was
tell
I
him.
good.
He
will.
was
That's
great.
He's
awesome.
money and he doesn't even know it.
There you go. Exactly. Well, thanks everybody. We'll be back with you next time on They Ejaculated on the Bed. Take care.
Guy behind the